What's good, you Buffs fans? Welcome on back to episode number 2 of the RedZoneSko. It's your boy Chris. Thank you for tuning on in. Make sure you hit that like. Go ahead and subscribe. And, if you're agreeing or disagreeing, feel free to go ahead and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of start today off with a touching point of we're back. Just plain and simple, we are back. We are one day out from, getting back into the facilities, starting some team meetings, some training. The boys could already all be back, and maybe they're already back right now. But Rick George on Adam Musta Tigers' latest video that I believe dropped today came out and said, Coach Prime should be talking to the boys tomorrow, and that is Sunday. So, now, wanted to go ahead and kind of just say that means we are a lot closer than we think we are to that first game, and there are a lot of key player matchups that I don't think we're talking about. Now, I believe are a couple of transfer portal players that I believe are going to make an impact right away. Now, I know Uncle Neely I will quote him on this because he says that Coach Prime isn't going to pick you up if he doesn't want you to play right away. He is going after people that he believes are going to make an impact right away. Now, obviously, that's on you to work that to get there and get that, but I believe I've got several notable transfer players that are going to kind of surprise people. Now, obviously, love Jordan Seaton. But he kind of overshadowed a large majority of, that the recruiting class and the offensive line side. I think a lot of the offensive linemen that we brought in through the transfer portal are amazing, and I think they're a great start. I wanted to go ahead and kind of highlight the trenches first because I think that's where everybody wants to start and see the biggest change anyway. And I think we started with two amazing players in, Peyton Kirkland and Zach Owens. But I want to start with Zach Owens because I think he's interesting, and I believe he will have a huge role in the North Dakota State game because I think he's going to be able to open up that run a little bit more for us as well. He's 6'6", 375. You heard me right. I did not fucking stutter. 375. Now, sorry for cussing, family friendly. Wanted to go ahead and kind of share with you, we've got somebody in Zach Owens who has been a part of a established ACC program in Clemson. Now, is that a school that may have fallen from its graces than it was, several years ago? Arguable. However, I think this kid is something special. If you go to like 247 Sports, they've got a picture of him on the outside line. He's a right guard on this photo, on that outside. Now, I don't believe that he is going to be somebody that is going to be playing at that right guard position or the left guard because I believe that is going to be Jordan Seaton. However, I will say I believe that he is going to be able to be put in on plays where we need, maybe that's Khalil Benson needs a little bit of a break. Somebody needs a break. I think we're going to be able to get some rotational pull, and I think he's going to add a lot of beverage leverage to that outside line to allow us to go ahead and kind of pop out there. Now, let's go ahead and also talk about the other guy that I mentioned, Peyton Kirkland. Now, similar frame, similar build, 6'6", 350. Now, I would imagine these stats, by the way, are prior to summer camp, so I have no idea what they're at now, but I would imagine that we're up a little bit from there. And the altitude's gonna get you. It ain't Texas anymore, so there is a little bit of conditioning involved when you're up here and you're training here. Yes, Olympic athletes come here all the time to train, so don't at me for that. So we're gonna go ahead and say Peyton Kirkland is somebody that I believe is going to add quite a phenomenal amount of experience. Now, coming from Texas, they are an offensive line school. These boys are big. They run the ball. They have great pass protection. They understand that they need to do what they need to do, and that's an environment that I love that we are building from. I know he did not play a whole lot at Texas. However, I know that being in that system with Sark and having that offensive mindness and awareness he's a kid that I love. I love this kid for a majority of reasons. I think he's going to make a huge play for us in the run game come North Dakota State. Now, on the other hand, I also wanted to go ahead and kind of throw somebody on in there that's a little bit on the older side. He's a redshirt junior. His name is Philip Houston. I don't believe we have talked. I mean, he was. We wanted to talk about overshadowing. He was overshadowed by Jordan Seaton, and I 100% understand why people, were frustrated. However, he's a good kid. Gotta show a lot of love for the guy for committing and picking it up where he knows he can play. I don't expect him to be a starter, but I do anticipate him coming in and playing several key series for us here in this North Dakota State game. Now, I see him more as an inside lineman, whether that's left guard or right guard. I 100% am going to go ahead and say I think he's going to play and open up those gaps for us here at CU for that boy Dalvin Hayden. Dallin Hayden. I apologize. But I think we've got an unreal start there. Now, I know I covered 3 people there, so wanted to go ahead and kind of switch it up and just cover one on the defensive side, because I think a lot of people have really harped on the defensive ends, and gonna be honest, we're not talking about Chidozie Nwankwo, enough. The block boy, I think, the interior of our line is going to be amazing, and a big part of that is going to be Tafik Thomas. Now, I don't know if you guys watch this kid play. He's 6'4", 300 pounds. Like I said before, probably a little bit better numbers now since coming to the camps and doing summer lifting. But I believe that Tafik, he played at Louisville for 2 seasons, and he is going to be something, or I think he might be a little bit more than that. I apologize. I am not able to find. But yes, so he has been at Louisville since 2021 and then just transferred. So he is somebody that I see as being quite an addition. He has an amazing attitude to match Khalil Benson, and the defensive line is bonding like I haven't seen before at CU. At CU, don't get your fucking panties in a twist. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and kind of say Tafik Thomas is going to be somebody that I believe can come out, hit the ground running, and make things different and happen here. So let's go ahead and kind of call it a day. Thank you for tuning in to the pod. Appreciate you. Love you. Have a good day. Bye.